Hey yogis, today we are opening the heart and aiming for the wheel pose. You would need 2 blocks for this practice. So take 1 block and place on the mat. Alright, so when you're ready, come on your back with your shoulder blades on the block, just right here. So if the block is too hard for your back, you can always put a blanket over it so it's more comfortable for you. Grab with your hands your elbows and try to pull your arms behind your head as far as possible. And stay here. Start breathing in your heart space, opening it with each inhale. And exhale, drawing everything down. So we are stretching the shoulders, the arms, and of course the chest. It's quite intense for the beginning, so if it's too challenging for you, just lay down on the block and straighten your arms beside your body. But if it is possible and accessible for you, stay here for some breaths and enjoy this opening. For this class, we are trying to open the body physically and mentally, our heart and our mind, to be more tolerant and to give yourself some more love. It's so needed nowadays. Very good. And now remove the block. And then come on your hands and your feet hip distance apart. Press your hands and feet into the ground and lift your pelvis up. Up, inhale, and down, exhale. As you inhale, look towards the ceiling and exhale with your right arm behind your head. The same movement, but with one hand only on the ground. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, place both hands on the ground and change the sides from side to side. Push into the ground when lifting the hip. Very good. And then calm down, open up your heart, inhale, exhale, drop down with your head and your chest, like a little cat and cow action in your spine. Stay here and then cross your legs and find your knee stand. Tall. Inhale here and exhale, lean back and grab your right heel and change the sides. Very good. Inhale, exhale, lean back, working from those thighs. We are warming up those legs, and then with your arms over your head like a half camel pose, but bending your body to the back, leaning back, feeling the strength from your legs. Great job, very nice. And then half camel, so try to push your pelvis forward and open up the front body towards the ceiling. Your arms swing over the head and then from side to side. In your rhythm, inhale, open up, exhale, release, change the sides. Very nice. Always pushing your pelvis forwards, and if this is possible at this stage, you can put your hands on the pelvis or on your heels And opening your heart and the front of the body. Very nice. From here, grab 2 blocks and place your hands or your elbows on the blocks. For a puppy pose, melt your chest down, your heart down, and place your hands behind your back, maybe in between your shoulder blades. Your pelvis is touching the sky and your head on the ground. If you would like to go further, you can always aim for placing the chin on the ground as well. Great. Release this. And then grab with your hands the edge of your mat, going with your knees a little bit back, and then for extended puppy pose. So push your mat away from you and try to straighten your arms completely, dropping your heart down and your pelvis up. So feel the sensation in your middle back and your shoulders and your arms. It's so important when we prepare for the wheel pose. Hand on the head and open up your elbow, your right elbow to the ceiling and down. Inhale, open up and close. Exhale. Very good. Inhale, twisting. Exhale the second side with your left arm up and close. Pelvis stays stable here. Level it up. Very nice. And come on your belly. Take your blocks and extend the blocks to the sides. Very good. Open up your thumbs and then place your head on the ground. Now thumbs up. Inhale, lift your arms up and back over the blocks. Very nice. Move only your arms. Straighten your arms to the sides and then go higher if this was not high enough, because your shoulders and your arms are open enough to go further. And the same here, over the blocks, and then maybe on the highest level. This maybe could be a little challenging, but try. Lift your arms and your shoulders. Very good. Great job. And for this one, we don't need any blocks. Extend your arms forward. And rise your arms up behind your back. Try to not touching your back with your hands and back forwards. And the same here, changing your leading hand and back to the front of your mat. Don't rush through this exercise. Try to perform this precise and exact. And change the top hand away from your back. Then interlace your fingers for Shalabhasana, locust pose. Maybe lift your legs up from your back muscles, lifting up and engaging your glutes as well. Very good. And then release, hands down, tuck your toes and come into downward facing dog, the first one for today's practice. So find yourself here, press your hands down, maybe bend your knees one at a time to the sides, twisting a little bit. Feeling this elongation in your hamstrings and your calves. Great. Look forward, come into plank position. And from here, place your knees down, your chest down, your chin down. And tuck your pelvis going into a spinal wave for cobra pose. And back into downward facing dog. So we're keeping up like this for another round. Plank position, knees, chest, chin to the ground, 8 points. Asana and a spinal wave to cobra. Inhale, exhale, downward facing dog one more time. Plank position, inhale, knees down, chest down, chin down, down. Tuck your pelvis and come into wave for cobra, downward facing dog. Great job. Take a deep breath in and out here. And with your right foot in between your hands, come into a low lunge. Place your hands on your thigh. Tuck your tailbone down, and with this position go even farther towards your right heel and grab your back foot with your hand, turning your left shoulder to the front. So both shoulders gazing to the front of the mat, and feel the sensation in your left thigh. And then release, come into plank position, knees, chest, chin, the same as we've done before. For the wave, inhale, cobra pose, and exhale, downward facing dog. If the wave is not coming yet, be patient, so just go standard vinyasa. Right, now with your left foot in between your hands, the same here. Drop your pelvis down and towards your front heel. Deepen your lunge a bit, and then the same here. Grab your back heel or foot with your hand, turning your shoulder to the front. Be aware that this side could feel different than the other, so it's normal. Just feel and breathe. And plank position, knees, chest, chin down, 8 points. Asana, the wave, or just a standard entry into your cobra and downward facing dog. Now open up your hip, your right leg up. Maybe place your left elbow on the ground, trying to open even more from your shoulders. Turning to the right and place your foot in between your hands, this time in low lunge with your foot on the ground. Place your hands on your thigh and lift your knee off the ground. So this is quite intense on your hips, and go back with your upper body. Lean back and push your foot into the ground, creating this really nice tension in the whole leg. And put down, very good, for the side plank. From here, sit down. Walk with your hand, with your front hand to the front of your mat and lift for wild thing. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhale, hips up, and exhale, down. 1 more time, hips up, and opening the whole front body here. And slowly lift your back foot and bring it to the front of your mat. Great for high lunge, lifting up, opening your shoulders in a cactus. Great. And interlace your fingers behind your back. Straighten your arms. Slowly walk forward for warrior 3. With those arms behind the back, stay here. And then place your hands down for standing split. Lift your left leg up and then into plank position, knees, chest, chin. And for cobra, standard or through your wave, inhale, open up, and exhale, downward facing dog. Now the other side. You're starting with opening the hips, so left leg up to the sky, bend your knee, come on your right elbow and open up your left hip. Drop your foot down. From here, back down dog with your left foot in between your hands, your foot on the mat. Push the foot against the floor and lift your back knee off the ground, leaning back with your upper body, and feel this intensity in your stretch. So we are stretching and working on the strength at the same time, so it's quite nice. You're feeling this, I'm sure about this. I feel this too. And to the side, going into wild thing. So prepare your hand, walk towards the front of the mat and lift up, pushing your right foot into the ground and back on the ground with your pelvis 2 times more. Very good. Opening your chest, your heart. So lift up as much as you can and slowly bring your foot to the front. For high lunge, sweep your arms up to the sky and open up in your cactus. Elbows down, interlace your fingers behind your back, shoulder blades together, and then lean forward to lift your back foot or leg for warrior 3. Standing split, hands down, your right leg up, engage your leg and your foot for this challenging position, and then back to our vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, cobra wave or standard cobra. You can go this time for upward facing dog if you want to, and for balasana, child's pose. Very good. It was nice. Feel your heart beating. So we are warming up, and you can for sure feel this warmth everywhere in your body, and so it's opening as well. So tuck your toes. We are coming for camel pose. Grab your feet, your heels, and push your hips towards the front of your mat, opening your heart space. Great. And then if you're ready to go even further, place your feet on the ground, grab your heels, or maybe you can even use the blocks to lift up. It will make it definitely easier. And then going up like this, pushing your hands into the blocks, or if you're ready to go deeper, directly place your hands on the heels and roll your hips up and forward. Great. Thinking upwards all the time with your back bends. We want to think to the sky, going to the sky and not dropping the body back to the ground. But now you can rest in your child's pose for a minute or so, just some seconds. You can always stop this video and take the time you need for rest in between. And when you're ready, we are coming into downward facing dog. So lift your right leg to the sky, the same here. Open up your hip and place your foot in between your hands, knees down, and now we are stretching the quad. So diagonal, grab your back foot and then pull it towards your buttocks and then away from the body. From here, directly into your wild thing. Great. Thinking upwards. From here, slowly into knee to chest and then into fallen triangle, lifting your left arm up, bend your back knee, and then straighten both legs for the full fallen triangle. And your knee chest position. From here, foot in between your hands for high lunge again. Inhale. Open up the shoulders, elbows down, interlace your fingers behind your back for warrior 3 as we have done before. And then this time maybe take a block for half moon, Urdhva Dhanurasana. So place a block on the side of your right foot and then just as an option grab your left foot with your hand if this is accessible for you. It's more advanced Urdhva Dhanurasana and then back into Vinyasa. The same way we've done before. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Amazing. Now, left leg up, inhale, and exhale, foot your hands for front stretch, some your left hand grabbing your right foot and away from the body and pull the foot towards your body away, keeping your foot against the hand, so you're stretching the shoulder here as well as the thigh, and directly into wild thing. Bend your knees and then try to push your hips upward. Right. Slowly bring your left foot to the chest or to the other side for falling triangle and extended triangle. Very good. Pushing from the edges of your feet and left foot in between your hands. High lunge, rising up, opening your arms to the sides, interlace your fingers, stretch your arms, shift your weight on your left foot for warrior 3. And same here, Urdhva Dhanurasana, or grab your foot if you can reach your foot with your hand, open your hip and pushing your foot against the hand to make this nice tension and stability. And we'll follow the vinyasa steps. Inhale, open up, option with the floor. Breathe deeply, and as a option, more advanced, place your hands near to your ears and push your pelvis up and forward, opening your shoulders, straighten your arms. It's for King Virasana. Of your mat. Pivot your hands back from your body. Walk your hands back. And stretching your shoulders and your arms. When you're coming back from the pose, slowly down, engaging your core, so don't rush. Push your feet to the ground, and step by step you're lowering down on your back. Engage your core, pulling your navel to the spine. Stay here and then lay down. So place your feet near your pelvis so you can maybe touch with your fingers your heels. And then come into the bridge position, interlacing your fingers behind your back and pushing your hands against the floor. So lift your right leg up, push your left heel into the ground. Stay here. And then switch the sides. So your left leg up, pulling with your toes to the sky, lifting your hips higher, pushing against your shoulder, and then back on the ground. If you can grab your heels or your feet with your hands and pushing your hips up to the sky. It's quite intense, so be careful here. You can always switch to the normal bridge and then release. Place your feet mat width apart and place your knees together, releasing your lower back. And then we are ready for our wheel position, our peak position. So grab your blocks, place blocks near to your ears. So your head in between the blocks and bring your hands on the blocks, pointing with your elbows towards the sky. Your hands on the blocks, your elbows energetically together, pulling them together for the strength in your shoulders, for this tension you need to lift up. And now you would need the strength of your feet as well. Come on your head and then up to the sky. So stay here or go for some push-ups, wheel push-ups. And then stay here, try to straighten your arms and swing your body towards the hands or the blocks, away from the feet. Wonderful. And then slowly lay down back on the floor. Release and rest for a moment. As I said at the beginning of the practice, we are opening not only our bodies, but our mind and our heart to be open. All right, now you can always set the blocks on the wall to prevent of sliding if it is so, and you can support your wheel with the blocks and elevate your wheel so you can go easier up. Second round with the blocks underneath your feet this time. So this is another challenge here. I'm curious what is more comfortable for you, but try this one as well. It's worth it. So push your feet on the blocks and then lift yourself up. The same here, we try to move a little bit in the wheel to make it more accessible for us. Don't afraid of this pose. It's such a beautiful pose, but the body needs some time to open up. So maybe you won't straighten your arms the first time, but don't worry, it will come with time. And slowly release. Take a moment. Relax. And place your hand on your heart. Connect with yourself for this third round. So your feet hip distance apart, your hands on the ears, elbows together. Place the crown of your head on the floor, maybe walk with your hands near to your head, and then opening the whole body, pushing from your feet or through your feet, lifting upwards. Drop your head down and relax your neck and slowly down. Awesome, you did it. You know, sometimes it feels very overwhelming going into wheel position because it's like, you know, you're opening your soul as well. It's a quite a big piece of work what we've done, but with time it will become easier and easier. And now pull your knees towards your chest. Release your hands on the ground, and we are twisting from side to side. I need to untie my hair. Excuse me for this. And then twist your knees to the right and your head to the left. Inhale to the middle and change the sides. Very easy going twists. As a counter pose for the back bend. To relax the back, the lower back, and just release any tension in your body before going into Shavasana. And then straighten your left leg, pull your right knee to the chest and go to the left. Stay here for a moment. Drop everything down. Your head towards the right hand. Breathe into your belly, into your lower back. Try to make some more space here. Drop everything down, what you don't need. Your left leg towards the chest and then to the right, gazing to the left. Heavy hips and free mind and open heart. I hope you feel that way after your practice. And then feel free to hug yourself one more time. Pull your forehead to the knees, like a little package. Maybe swing from side to side. And then release. Open up your hands to the ceiling. Drop your feet down. And stay in your Shavasana as long as you need to. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, for taking your time on the mat, for taking your time for yourself and practicing the self-love. Every time you step on your mat, it's self-love. And now with open heart, inhale and exhale. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day ahead and see you next time. Namaste.